fans and YouTubers? It's that VA Dallas Cowboy fan coming back at you on a cold, rainy day, heading to work, trying to keep up with all the happenings going around in free agency. And just before I hopped on here to make a video, former Washington football team offensive tackle Nishki, I never been able to pronounce his last name, has signed on with the Dallas Cowboys. So we actually got a rival's offensive tackle. Now, he's going to be an upgrade over Brandon Knight and Terrence Steele. So he's more than likely going to be our swing tackle for this upcoming season. He was okay and serviceable in Washington from the games we watched with them. He's not, Tyron Smith or La'el Collins, but he's good enough to be a backup for depth purposes. It looks like it's going to be a one-year deal, and I'll take it. We have to start filling out some of these positions because, as usual, spoiler warning, the Cowboys decided to do their usual, and that is do absolutely nothing but re-sign their own so far. And, all that bluster about helping Dak out in defense and, we need him to take pay cuts to pay the defense and all that. That's like such BS right now. They're doing nothing. And, should we have expected anything different? No. Because this is who the Cowboys are now. They don't wheel and deal. They don't do anything in free agency as far as big names. But there have been a couple of players that we could have gotten that the Cowboys have decided to just let go to other teams for, marginal pricing range, because due to the lowered salary cap, we're seeing a lot of 1 year, 2 year deals, and that seems to be the norm this offseason, and it's going to be that way. If somebody sees something worth it in a player, they'll sign for longer, or they'll take a look at him this upcoming season, and when the salary cap goes back up next offseason, they'll retain him for longer. But right now, it looks like it's going to be those really small 1 year deals for the Cowboys, unless they see something more in a player. And that's going to bring me to the talk of the Cowboys today in free agency, at least up till now. We've had an end of an era with LP Ledaker leaving. They finally let him go. They will not re-sign him after 16 seasons. One of the last Cowboy that was ever playing at Texas Stadium. One of the last of the Parcells group, and pretty much a legend in Canada. Has the longest streak of active games for a Canadian, something like that. If he stayed a Cowboy this year, he was going to break the streak of most games played by a Dallas Cowboy, held by Jason Witten. I think he was 4 games shy, something like that, about 4 games shy if he'd have stayed on this season. But he's going to have to just continue the consecutive game streaks with the Canadian stuff on another team, unfortunately. And with him gone, the Cowboys have decided to sign Jake McQuaid from the LA Rams. It's obvious why they picked him up. It's a 1 year deal. He's John Fossil's boy, and he worked with Greg Zierlein. And I get it. I mean, over the years, the Cowboys have brought in free agents for a long snapper for years upon years, and none have ever beaten out LP Ledaker. And they've tried to get cheaper and younger, but they could never beat the old guy. And now they basically forcing themselves to, and I'm sure Fossil and Zierlein had a lot of input in getting this guy. Of course, you have the familiarity. He's been to 2 Pro Bowls in 2016 and 17, I think. And, you want to continue on with that kind of familiarity with the players that you have. Now, Ledaker has familiarity with everybody because he's been around so long that he's never had a bad snap in his career. To just switch him with this guy, we'll just have to see how that works out. Hopefully it doesn't take a step back with special teams, but we'll have to see. It's only a 1-year deal. So, and I apologize if this is going to run long, because we've had some transactions and some not so transactions. Linebacker Joe Thomas is leaving. He's going to head for the Texans. So he'll stay in state, but on a different team. So we're going to need backup linebacker help, be it free agency or the draft. We've tendered Antoine Woods and Cedric Wilson. Cedric Wilson is one of Dak Prescott's targets from last year that did well when he was playing. Didn't really get much love after that. And the fact you're trying to bring him back and you re-signed Noah Brown is a sign that all his wide receivers, the main wide receiver core, is going to stay the same for Dak when he returns, so nothing's going to drop off from there. As far as Antoine Woods go, he's getting sick and tired of having his backups get paid more money than him. He knows he's been on this team for 3 years now, and he's always doing these 1-year tenders and 1-year deals, and the Cowboys look like they never want to invest in him. And it's starting to get freaking ridiculous with that crap, that they just don't care about anything outside of pass rusher. Defensive tackles, go to hell, basically. You brought in 2 old guys last year and it didn't work out. The guy that has been consistent here and making plays, you act like he's trash and just never give him a real deal. Makes no sense. He's already tweeted out and voiced his concerns that all his backups be coming in, getting more money than him, and he's still outlasted all of them. And he's right, But Cowboys will never admit they're wrong. They'll never give him any kind of credit. They just devalue defensive tackle. It is what it is. They let go Malik Turner and Greg Senat. They let them walk. Malik Turner never got a chance. And Greg Senat, I'm pretty sure it would have been better than Terrence Steele, at least, if not Brandon Knight. But you never gave him a chance to play swing tackle. So what was the point of picking him up? That irks you with the Cowboys, is that they keep spending money in free agency and never got nothing to show for it. And yet you told your quarterback he'd have to take a discount for what? For what? You ain't using the money for anything. So what the hell? This afternoon, Chidobe Awuzie is going to be signing a 3-year contract to head to Cincinnati Bengals. And every single article about it is that he's great at covering guys. He sticks to them like glue, but he's always out of position because his back is always towards the ball when it's coming at him. Either the receiver makes great plays around him, he's getting burned, or he's just not the turnover machine that he could be. And they said it's due to either bad coaching or something else going on. But he's around the ball, but he's never the guy to get the ball. And I guess since he saw that and they think they can do better, but good luck. Well wishes. I said it before in many previous videos that I like the guy, but he's just never in position to make a turnover when he's right there. I've seen way too many times that the ball is hitting him in the back or off his helmet when he's right there to make a play, but he's never making the play. And for 4 years, you've made all of 4 interceptions in your 1 per year. That's not going to keep you on the team. But that's Cincinnati's problem for the next 3 years. And with that, Jordan Lewis will probably be the next one out the door, and X Woods. And with all that, as good as the 2016 draft was to re-up offense and everything, the 2017 draft is all but a wash. It's like the 2009 special teams draft. There's only Noah Brown left out of that whole draft. There's nobody left on the team under contract. That's crazy. That's That just speaks volumes about how bad this front office can be. When you hit, you hit. When you don't hit, you seem to miss a whole draft, and that takes the team back for another, 4 or 5 years to change what happened in one draft? Because those guys are not going to get second contracts, so you're losing out 5 years of somebody's life on a team that just isn't going to go anywhere because you did horrible in one draft. But other than that, they re-signed CJ Goodwin to a 2-year, $3.5 million deal with $2 million guaranteed. And all he's mainly is for depth on corner, which he never sees the field. And he's the special teams ace. He was the one who did the fake punt return for a touchdown this past season. He's pretty good on the trick plays. He's been the one that's running down there, making the tackles, heading up the special teams unit. But other than that, okay, all right, you re-signed your own. And you asked Stephen Jones, what are you doing in free agency? And just like all the years past, he will tell you, we're doing great at free agency. Don't you see? We've re-signed CJ Goodwin and Dak Prescott. We're doing great in free agency. Bullshit, Steven and Jerry. Stop it. You're not fooling anybody with this. You're just letting teams come out and pluck and get better. The Patriots are on point to get better. The Jaguars. Who else is making moves? Jacksonville, the Patriots, Houston, Tennessee. There are teams out here making moves, and surprisingly, they have less cap room than we do. And they're out here making moves. The Saints. And while a lot of teams, as usual, get better, we still sit in the same mediocre bullshit that we always do. And to all you fans that go out here hating on Dak, saying if we don't win a Super Bowl in 4 years, it's because of him, that's bullshit. And this offseason is straight relating to that bullshit. That is the front office's fault we can't win a Super Bowl. Because they don't care about free agency. They really don't. They're going to go out here in a week or two, get these bargain basement guys as usual. And like the tweet that came out, they're going to get them. We're going to try and rationalize getting them. Try and, pump them up more than they are. And then we're going to be disappointed just like we always are. That's the way it goes. And then we're going to have to hope and pray that the freaking draft is going to save us. Because if the draft is not going to save us, free agency damn sure isn't. Not as long as Jerry and Steven are running things in free agency. And that's a damn shame. But that's all I got to say. Sorry it ran a little long, but these are the moves that the Cowboys are making in free agency right now. Nothing will be definitive until tomorrow when the league year begins. That's when teams can officially sign these people. Until then, it is just basically a handshake deal until they can get pen to paper. Other than that, we've got word that the draft will be able to have their draft. Teams can have people in their war rooms if they choose to for the draft this year. If not, they can choose to do it at a neutral site, or Jerry can just go back to the yacht again. Whatever they want to do is really up to them, as long as they submit what they're going to do to the league by the end of this month, I think, is the deadline. And a story that has come out recently is that Wade Wilson, rest in peace, the former quarterback's coach for the Cowboys, who passed tragically in 2019, he was a huge help in getting Dak Prescott to the Cowboys. He hammered home them trying to draft him in 2016, and now the story has come out from Dak himself, who told Jason Garrett at Wilson's funeral that the reason that he aced his interviews with the Cowboys is because Wade Wilson basically gave him the questions and the answers that Jason Garrett was going to ask him. And That's because he wanted him so much. He saw the potential in him so much that he tried everything in his power to get Dak on this team, even cheating for him. So you got to give him some kind of love for that. Here we go. I know, rest in peace, but the Cowboys may be better off because of that cheating. Because the players the Cowboys wanted out of that draft, where are they now? But that's all I wanted to talk about. Sorry if this video went a little long, but we're going to get these kind of things if the Cowboys keep making either messed up deals in free agency or they actually sign somebody. But that's all I got for now. Hope y'all take care out there. Stay safe wherever you are. This is VA Dallas Cowboy fan.